Hello, everybody. Be prepared to listen to me brag for 5 straight minutes. This is gonna be very exciting. All right, let's see here. The first thing I think I'm gonna brag about is that I'm going to an air show this month. The air show is in Jones Beach, New York, so I get to go to Long Island and New York City for the first time. So that'll be pretty cool. There's gonna be a bunch of cool things there, like the most feared and maneuverable aircraft the United States Air Force has, the F-22 Raptor. This thing has 2D thrust vectoring, which means it can move its engines up and down to break the limit on what's possible maneuverability-wise with just standard ailerons and elevators. No, I'm not talking about the elevators you'll find in hotels. I, I wish it was, though. United States Air Force Thunderbirds will also be there. They basically do a bunch of complex maneuvers within quite literal inches of one another, going at least 500 or so miles per hour, only about 1,000 feet off the ground. That might seem like a lot from a human standpoint, but from an aircraft standpoint, that is extremely low and dangerous, especially for the maneuvers that the Thunderbirds pull off. There'll also be an F-35A demonstration, as well as an F-18 demo. Sadly, the F-35A is only a normal fighter and not capable of heliplaning. A real bummer for me. Anyways, the Coast Guard will also be doing some demos of their HC-130s. Those are converted C-130 cargo aircraft used for search and rescue. They're used for night. Okay, wait. So let's see. So they have cameras on the belly that are used for night vision. That's really useful for rainy conditions or when it's night, and the Coast Guard has to send their helicopters out to save people. So pretty important. And also, this part isn't really part of the podcast itself, but June 10th, there's going to be a 50s themed fly-in at the local airport. Probably going to be a bunch of warbirds and wacky biplanes. I even invited Beta Technologies to go, even though the aircraft they're developing is modern, to show off their Leah 250 eVTOL. That means it's a helicopter and a plane that runs off only electricity. Pretty sweet if I say so myself. Also, there's going to be cheap hot dogs and burgers, only 50 cents. Plus, all the moolah goes to the local cap squatching. Please, we need the money for a new van. Our van is not enough for 16 cadets. Plus, Rutland has a better van. We want to be better than Rutland, right? Okay, so anyways, let's see here. Now getting back on track. The next thing I want to brag about is how I'm going to this thing called the Governors Institute of Vermont for their Technology and Science Institute. This basically just means I get to go up to Champlain College for the week and learn about technology and design stuff. I also might get to visit Beta HQ, which I mentioned earlier, and fly their full-scale flight sim of the Alea 250. Maybe. I really hope so, though. The aircraft is absolutely beautiful. It's also really cool. It's also kind of tiny. It's also very impressive that it runs off electricity. There are no aircraft that run off electricity, noting how much power is required. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, so it's gonna be my first time in Burlington, so that'll be pretty key. And here's hoping I don't turn PC principal. That's the last thing I want to happen. Honestly, this is the last brag I can really think of. But a week after my governor's thingy, I get to go up to Burlington again to do my civil air patrol encampment. What I'm doing there is I get to do physical training every morning, do marching, and learn leadership skills and stuff. I also have to sit at attention when I'm eating food, which means I can't turn, talk to anybody, really do anything. Just have to sit there, stare at the wall, eat food. It's gonna be great. Lord have mercy on me. But in good news, I am a huge fan of marching. I like walking. I like singing my horribly stupid cadence songs about steamrollers. Yeah, it gets weird sometimes. Let's see. It'll be fun. But the best part about it is that I get to go to the Air National Guard's base at the Burlington Airport and learn all about the United States Air Force's newest fighter aircraft, the F-35 Lightning II. And no, this isn't the F-35 that is normal and can't take off. Can take off only using 10 feet of runway if it's really good, actually. No, this is the one that takes off super short and can land like a helicopter. That's right, it lands like a helicopter. Anyway, so yeah, it's capable of STOVL operations and is the most technologically capable aircraft to ever exist. That's publicly known, at least. I mean, for all we know, they could be holding, I don't know, 5,000 mile per hour reconnaissance aircraft at Area 51. Honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, we have the technology already. I think the FBI is at my door. Huh. Yeah, so it's the most technologically capable aircraft to ever exist. It's also stealth, which makes it even more dangerous and allows one to argue that it might even be better and more capable than the F 22 Raptor. I also get to fly planes, which is like hashtag my favorite part, and possibly even fly in military aircraft. About all the fun things I can brag about for now, so till I get more fun things to brag about, peace!